Hey guys, welcome back to Argent Leftovers, and today we are going to Seiwa Market here in Houston, Texas. This market's on Dairy Ashford in Houston, and it is the #1 place to go for Japanese food, Japanese accessories, hair products, etc. As you can see by these videos, they've got a wonderful selection of fresh produce, frozen goods, general cooking things, and everything you can imagine. The reason we went by there today was because they did a sample tuna cutting. Now, what you see on the video before you is an actual tuna. It is very large, as you can tell. And what they did was they invited everybody in. Everybody could come watch this demonstration of them cutting it up. I'm not going to talk too much during this because I think it's important for y'all to be able to see what's being cut up here. One thing you'll notice is in the background that there is a hot bar there that serves different types of ramen, udon, curry, other good things for you to eat while you're there. It's all prepared fresh on site. They also have snow cones, shaved ice, that kind of thing. They also prepare fresh sushi, fresh onigiri, some other fresh dishes as bento boxes that you can take. You can eat there. You can take them home with you. Just behind where the gentleman is cutting right now is frozen okonomiyaki and sandwiches that you can pick up. That's very popular there. They also have fresh bread. They have bread from Japan, wheat cakes. They also carry a full line of ramen and ramune and different drinks, and it's actually a wonderful place to go to get all of your Japanese snacking needs. That's what we go across town for every 2 or 3 weeks. Now you'll notice that this was a very large event. There were a lot of people there. It was kind of hard to find a spot to go actually record the video because so many people were there that wanted to see this fish get cut. And as you can tell, it is very, very large. They had prizes to give away. They actually gave away the head and some of the actual tuna off of the tuna. As you can see there, he just took the head off. And hopefully nobody was very squeamish when they came into this because he did a fairly good job of cutting this poor tuna down to size. And as you can tell, there are other people there filming as well. They had YouTube channels as well. We didn't get their names because networking is a thing that I'm dumb at, but the market was kind enough to offer everybody the chance to come in and film if they wanted to put it up on their YouTube, which is why we're there. By the way, I did not know that tuna had gigantic dinosaur spines on their tails. Look at those things. Those things are huge. And he's cutting away at them like, hey, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna put my hand down here by this. After they got done cutting this fish up, they actually sold the body parts, of course. They raffled some off for visitors that had come in. You could put your name in for a raffle. I won wasabi, which is fine, but I don't like wasabi. I'll use it for something. There is a gentleman who won the head. He was very excited. He also got some of the tuna itself. Fish head soup is going to be good on his table. And there is no audio here because there was no real talking by the gentleman doing the cutting or anybody else there on scene. It was mainly just a whole bunch of people talking, watching this spectacular show. It was a very interesting show to watch. And there's my shaky camera work trying to get the camera out of the way because people kept stepping in between it, but that's fine. I just want to get a nice picture of that really, really good looking flesh right there. That would make a really good bit of sushi. Or even just fried. Personally, I think that would be good, but hey. He then turned it around and started on the other end. What was really amazing to me was seeing how much meat actually came off of this fish when they cut it. And so many kids there, parents, adults, everybody wanted to see it. It wasn't like there was an age restriction. And I personally think that people ought to see how their meat goes from wherever they're at to the table. In this case, from the seat to the table. You get to see how they take it apart and what parts you get to use and what's the best to use and what's the worst. What do you throw away? What do you keep? And that way in a zombie apocalypse, we can all get our own fish. I was very impressed with his control and how close to the bone he could cut it without actually hurting his hands or even nicking his hands. Even as he put his hands on the blade to help push it through, which took some effort. It was actually a very clean cut for something that looked like it took a little bit of pressure to actually do. And this was a very interesting part to watch, as you can hear it in the audio where it's just chipping away at it, just tick, 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 tick. It's like he's hitting ice, but it's actually him cutting away the bone right there in the center. And he just, whoop, and drops it out. So now you have half a fish gone. And then he started on the middle, on the other side. Now, at this point, we actually lost video because the camera decided to give up, unfortunately. But again, it was very nice to have Seiwa introduce us to this style of fish cutting technique and to let us just come in and see how it's made. That they take it from there and put it on our tables. It's really nice to see, and it was really a pleasure to work with Seiwa. Once again, Seiwa's over on Dairy Ashford in Houston, Texas. It is got everything you need. It's got produce, it's got frozen, it's got alcohol, it's got cooking supplies, all from Japan. Everything authentic that you can think to get there if you want to take your kids there and get some snacks. My daughter loves the Choco Flakes. Personally, I like the milk tea. Get it every time I go. Picked up the curry this time. It was great. As you can see here, here's their alcohol selection. And once again, thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you next time. And here's a good big bye.